I just finished reading this book, Why Women Have Better Sex Under Socialism, and I highly encourage you to pick it up and read it yourself. One of the things that I kept thinking about while I was reading this was the connections to a lot of the kind of videos that I've seen online of people talking about, getting into your femininity and knowing how to like talk and basically get a rich man or a rich husband as a solution for like social and economic stability. And the way that it's presented makes it sound like it's some kind of like feminist perspective of like this is how you actually like rise up in the ranks of society in order to like live a life of prosperity. The reason why that rhetoric has always bothered me is because my grandmothers are both from small towns in Michoacan, Mexico. And they would tell me about stories of back in the day when they were young, right? And I mean like teens and young women having to like run away from men who were like trying to steal them. And by steal them, we literally mean take them, assault them, and then force them to be married. Like that is like a very common thing that happened 2 generations ago. Like this was happening to our grandmothers. So I really had a hard time believing when I see these kinds of videos is because I grew up with a grandma who would tell me, make sure you get a career, you have your own job, and you provide for yourself. Because they understood, because they had lived and experienced it, what it meant to be completely dependent on a man. And this is why capitalism is so tied to these ideas of tradition, which are rooted in homophobia, which are rooted in these gendered roles of like women should be staying in the house and men should be providing. X, Y, and Z are both harmful for both parties or for all parties. It is because capitalism can only work when you have subsects of individuals or groups of workers that are going to be suppressed and oppressed by others, and in this case, women. And let me read some facts that I thought were so fascinating. In 1919, Finland passed maternity leave provisions for factory workers and professional women and added job protections in 1922. Sweden did something similar that provided 4 weeks of maternity leave as early as 1901. Compare this to the United States, where they did not even pass a law outlawing discrimination against pregnant women until 1978. Also a book that was published in 1984 about Eastern Germans, and it says that women under the GDR were reported highly satisfied with their sexual lives, with 2/3 of the young women self-reported that they achieved orgasms almost always. Again, read this yourself. I got this at the library, but I'll leave you with this. Intimate relationships that are relatively free from the transactional ethos of sexual economics theory are generally more honest, authentic, and well, just better.